Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we are going to take a look at my John Goodman collection. So this is everything in my collection starring John Goodman. And without further ado, we're going to dive in, and we're going to start with what started it all. 1988's Roseanne. This is the complete series. I loved Roseanne then, and I still love Roseanne now. I know there's some controversy with Roseanne Barr. Who cares? The show was a banger. For me, when I was coming up, you had the Connors on one end of the spectrum, and then you had the Huxtables on the other end of the spectrum. I loved Roseanne. I loved The Cosby Show. Two great family sitcoms. Next up, we got Death Sentence, starring Kevin Bacon. John Goodman starred as the gang leaders. I think he was his dad. Pretty nasty character. I think he ended up betraying his own son at the end. Pretty nasty character. Coyote Ugly. I saw this movie once years ago with my wife. I can't speak too much on it because I didn't remember much of it. I think I was drunk when I was watching it, to be honest with you. Fallen. This is a banger. This is a Denzel vehicle, but John Goodman was in there. A young James Gandolfini was in here. This was a really, really good movie. And I like John Goodman's part. He pretty much narrated the movie, and he was a detective in the movie. Good movie. I loved Fallen. Great, great, great movie. Next up we have, this is one of the movies where John Goodman showed that he is a really good bad guy, along with Death Sentence. But this one here, yeah, he was a bad guy in this one. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. We're talking Cloverfield. Especially the part where he just shot the kid in the head point blank. I mean, John Goodman was thrown off in this one. This Cloverfield was a good movie, a really, really good movie. I liked Cloverfield. The ending, but it still was a good movie. Arizona Rising, he had a pretty small part in this. Atomic Blonde. Kong Skull Island. Argo. The Big Lebowski. So this is going to be part of my Black Friday pickup video. This is a new pickup for me. Best Buy, if y'all didn't know, Best Buy had the banging 4K deals. I mean, they had the banging 4K deals, and I swept up. Flight. This was a underrated Denzel movie. It was very underrated. I guess I see why. It didn't have really, it wasn't an action movie of any sort. This was a good drama. I dug this, and I liked. What really won this movie over for me was the ending when he was basically at that I wouldn't call it a tribunal, at that investigation, that hearing. When he was at that hearing, and he was breaking down, he was crying, snot was running out his nose, and he confessed to drinking the vodka. Man, that scene is classic Denzel. It's a reason why everybody loved his acting. It's a reason. There's so many great performances by Denzel, but there's so many that just kind of pop out at you like, wow, like his performance in Fences when he was reading his son the riot act. It's just, we can talk about Denzel all day. So this is a John Goodman video. Flight. Patriots Day. That good movie. The Hangover 3. Captive State. Now, when this movie came out, it was a lot of decent buzz around this movie. And I'm not going to sit and say it was a bad movie. It wasn't, but I wanted to love this movie, and I couldn't. I watched it twice, and it's, again, like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's just voice work. The Princess Frog. More and legendary voice work. I mean, we're talking real stuff here. Monsters Inc. One of the best Disney Pixar movies ever made, along with its follow-up, Monsters University. Mike Wachowski. or Wachowski. Mike Wachowski. Wachowski or Wachowski. One of those. B movie. I liked B movie. I did. I think Jerry Seinfeld did a great job. It was a good movie. I like B movie. It's not my favorite animated kid targeted movie, because I'm not going to call these kid movies, because a lot of adults watch a lot of these type of movies, but I will say these type of movies are kid targeted. I'll put it that way. And Trumbo. Great movie. I enjoyed it. So that's everything John Goodman in my collection. So let's recap everything and close it out. Trumbo, B movie, Monsters University, Monsters Inc. I still love this movie to this day. As a grown-ass man, I love this movie. I like a lot of the Disney Pixar releases. That's why I got a lot of them. I love them. The Princess Frog, a lot of them got great stories. A lot of them got better stories than a lot of live-action movies. Captive State, The Hangover 3, Patriots Day, that's a good movie. Flight, The Big Lebowski, baby. Again, that's going to be in a pickup video. Argo, Kong Skull Island, Atomic Blonde, Raising Arizona, Cloverfield, Fallen, Coyote Ugly, Death Sentence, and Roseanne, the complete series. Well, that's everything John Goodman in my collection. I hope you're enjoying this series so far. Thanks. I'm gonna try to break it up. I'm gonna do a few of these, do something else. I'm not gonna just keep doing that. I broke it up with the Christmas video. Then I did a CLZ. I'm going to break it up. I'm not gonna just keep doing these. I do a few, do something else. But I do want to get all these filmographies out. I want to try to get them out before the beginning of the year. If I can get them all out, it's a lot. So thanks for watching. And also, I've been putting up some polls. I'm going to change out the polls. Just, respond to the polls. Just give me an idea of what you guys like, what you guys think. A lot of you have been responding to the polls. Thank you. And I'm surprised. The poll that I put out with, let me pull this one up. I was shocked at one of the polls, guys. Let me pull this poll up real quick. I'll keep you guys here for a second with me. You guys don't mind sitting here with me, do you? Of course you don't. Let me go to the community tab over here. The poll, okay, this one is shocking. Now, 47% of you guys picked the best version of A Christmas Carol out of the 4 that I listed. You picked Scrooged over A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott and over A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey. Awesome. That's nice to know. Scrooge was good, but I was shocked at that one. And that's why I'm putting these polls out, to get a pulse for you guys. Also, here's one that makes sense. A lot of you guys, 53% of you guys picked the 80s as your favorite genre for movies. And that's about right, because the video that I put out with top 80s movies, that one did better than all the other generations, decades that I put out. That one did really well. So yeah, the 80s was solid. Followed by the 90s. Yep. All right, I'm getting a pulse for what you guys are into here. So I will be putting out more polls, maybe one every 2 days or something like that. And I'm gonna keep 2 polls up. And I'll take the first 2 down and put 2 fresh ones up. But this gives me an idea. Scrooged, 47% Scrooged. Interesting. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.